Welcome back to another Charlotte Legacy League where we have Mono Red Goblins versus Beanstalk Control.
A huge thank you to the Patreon supporters who are helping the league and YouTube channel. If you would like to become a supporter, please click on the link in the show notes.
Both players kept 7, and Corey's going to be on the play here against David. Corey's running his pretty stock list from the Players Tournament this past week, and he's running 1 main deck Magus of the Moon. He is running 4 of the Mind Goblins. There's one right there, and he looks like he probably has a good sticker for it as well. David's running your standard Beanstalk Control 4-color list that's running Leyline Bindings, Orcish Bowmasters, Murktide Regents, Lorne Revealed, Plows, and Terminus, and 4 Beanstalks. So it's running a pretty good setup against Goblins if he can get out fast enough. This is a pretty fast start for Corey with the Mind Goblin and the Goblin Warchief, swinging over for 5 damage. So Dave's going to have a little bit he's going to have to work with here to see if he can move past. Barring like a Triumph of St. Catherine off the top or something along those lines, setting that up with a Brainstorm would be ideal. Looks like we'll see a fetch here. It's like he's probably going to plow that Goblin Warchief to get it out of here. We've seen the Battlecry Goblin that's also... so that's not a Warchief. That is a Chieftain, a Goblin Chieftain. But we've seen the Battlecry Goblin do just as much work as the Chieftain does, especially if Corey has the additional mana to play it and then pump it and then attack with it. So we'll see what he has here. There's a Rabble Master coming off the top. 2 damage to Corey, so he's down to 16. And we'll see a little baby goblin come out and swing over for 3 more. So Dave's going to need to set up like a turn with either the Triumph of St. Catherine coming out. So he needs to get that back on top of his deck, as well as survive another turn. So it's going to be difficult for him. Looks like he's got a Beanstalk in hand as well. So he could Brainstorm to put his Triumphs on top, but he's going to need to be able to survive for another turn. Hopefully he can find another Plowshare off of the top here and put the 2 Triumphs back and be able to miracle into them back-to-back kind of thing. So we'll see. That's exactly what he's done. But let's see if he can survive a turn, because a Leyline Binding can't be played here. And a Rabble Master attacking next turn will be, let's see, that's 5 damage. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So 9 damage coming over to David in 1 turn. If he can't hold off. Well, he does have a plow in his hand. Okay, so that's a plus there. I think Corey is actually... Oh, Corey's been swords twice, so yeah, he'll go back up to 20 there. That makes sense. All right, let's see what he has here. So now Corey has 6 mana into fucking Muxes. Jesus Christ. Talk about just a absolute blowout. All right, so there's a Prospector, a Matron, a Rabble Master, another Matron, a Magus doesn't come into play, and another Rabble Master. Jesus Christ. Now, they don't have haste, but Muxes does get quite a bit of work here. David packs it up. We'll see you in game number 2.
If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
At game number 2, David is going to be on the play here. He's kept 1. He's going to start off with a Ponder. After looking at those deck lists, we'll probably see Corey bring in 2 of the Blood Moons that he has in his sideboard, as well as the 1 Magus of the Moon he has in his deck. So that gives him 3 Moon effects against a deck that plays almost no basics, no wastelands, and really no way other than a counterspell to get a Blood Moon off the battlefield once it's resolved. So that's going to be an interesting play for David if Corey does get that Blood Moon down. Hopefully David does have a counterspell for that Blood Moon that is currently sitting in Corey's hand. 2 dual lands now, and we'll see if this is going to be a thing. So we're going to see the Shatter Skull Smashing coming into play. He's going to bolt himself for 3, but he's got the mana now for the Blood Moon. So this will be the... Oh, all right, Rabble Master first. Hydroblast on the Rabble Master. Good bait spell for Corey, as David would be concerned about that Rabble Master. Oh, man. Okay. Well, knowing what we know that's in Corey's hand and what's also what David just did, that's pretty tough. Burning a Hydroblast. I probably would have burned the swords just straight up on the Rabble Master and then left the Hydroblast available for a Blood Moon, especially if I didn't have like a Force of Will or something in my hand, which David did not. He has a Bowmaster with no targets that he could have killed that Battlecry Goblin with, I think, because I think that Battlecry Goblin's just it's a 2/2. It's okay. I probably would have played the Hydroblast. I would have, especially knowing he has the other swords in his hand too. Oh man, that's a tough break for David. We'll see if he's able to claw himself out of this. Let me take a look at his list here. We have 1 basic plains, 1 basic islands, and if he sided in both his Hydroblasts, there's a chance that he can pull himself out of this. There's a Magus of the Moon now, so now he needs the basic plains and the basic island with a Hydroblast to really seal this up for him. So he has a bean in his hand and a sword in his hand. I can't quite tell what the other thing is, but that's there's another Rabble Master. All right, so we've got Rabbley Boys and a Magus of the Moon. So Corey gets to make a 1/1 here, as well as he can attack with a Magus, which I think wouldn't be a bad idea at this point, but I mean, it's neither here nor there. So missing a little bit on the life totals here from David. I think he's at 19. He's not quite used to using this. I think this is his first or second time on camera with us, so no big deal there. Corey in complete control of this game, especially the Scarp Prospector. There's a Muxus in his hand as well, so he can go to combat, attack with 1 of the Goblins, and then if he... Alright, he's attacking with everything, so he's offering the trade to the Rabble Master. Alright. David takes another 2 damage, which I imagine puts him down to 17 if we're keeping track correctly. And Triumph of St. Catherine off the top. No miracle because we don't have a plains. And back over. We've got 4, 5 power on board at the moment. And Simeon Spirit Guide. And we've got a Ringleader. Let's see if that Ringleader is going to bring anything out. Another Ringleader, a Goblin Bombardier, and a Scarp Prospector. Those are some hefty boys. Especially that Bombardier, which has been tearing up a lot of different things. It's both sacrifice another creature or artifact. Broadside Bombardier deals 2 damage equal to 2 plus the sacrifice permanent's mana value to any target. That's so good. So this turn he can play the Bombardier, throw the Ringleader, which will be 4, 6 damage. It's crazy. Alright, David down to 11. Corey can afford to... Well, he can just Muxus here, I think. So maybe with the Prospector. No, it's another Ringleader. Okay, alright, so... 1 Ringleader out of the Ringleader, not bad. 3 of those lands will go to the bottom. Corey in complete control of this game at this point. I don't think there's anything that can pull David out of this. Full on swing for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Putting David down to 2. Top card, calls it, and he's got a grip of nothing. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.